Here's a question out there. Happy couples, do you hit below the belt? Imagine fighting in a way that's fair and fun. It is possible, according to Christine Arylo, author of Choosing Me Before We, who is now joined by her husband, who is also a relationship coach, Noah Martin. And together, they're going to tell us how to turn a good argument into a great relationship. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Two relationship experts. I want to see one of your fights.
Yeah. Let's see what that's about.
They're fun.
Well, can a fight ever be fair? I mean, we always talk about fighting fair, but can it really be fair?
It can. You know, when we first moved in together 7 years ago, we had a great relationship, but we started fighting about what every couple fights about. Money. Right? Exactly. And so even though we loved each other a lot, the love like went out the window when the money showed up. And what we learned is that, number one, we weren't fighting fair. We were definitely hitting below the belt. Yeah. And number two, we weren't getting anywhere with it. So we created what we call our love treaty.
The love treaty?
The love treaty.
And what's a love treaty?
So you know how countries have rules of engagement when they have conflict? Well, couples need kind of the same thing.
Like a Geneva Convention of Relationships or something?
Exactly.
Absolutely. When you're in a fight, you're angry, you're upset, and you're not rational. You don't want to be affected by this person. You want to be protected. Right. But if you set up a few agreements beforehand, simple things, you can create something where you can really go farther. This love treaty allows you to fight fair and allows you to actually accomplish something while you're in this process, and maybe even have a little fun along the way.
And obviously this is set up beforehand, because you're not going to be
You don't do it when you're fighting, right?
In the fight, you can't make rules.
Love treaty. No,
well, I think you gave us some of the components of your treaty. You've got the outlaws?
The outlaws. You can never do these things. These are bad news. And there's two outlaws in our love treaty. And the first one is hypotheticals. Okay, we have enough things to fight about. We don't need to make up stories. So it would be like, Noah, you know, if your mother was hanging off a cliff and I was hanging off a cliff, who would you choose? You know, you can't win that.
Let's see, I don't know.
It's really, I'm going to be in trouble either way if I answer that question now, aren't I?
Right.
Don't bring in the hypotheticals.
Okay, right. And the other part of the outlaws is nothing older than 3 months?
Absolutely. It's ancient history, because the truth is, if you bring that in, the reason why you're bringing it is because you're losing the fight, and you need some ammunition.
Right.
So this is time to say, okay, what am I not hearing?
Gotcha.
So set aside the history.
Gotcha.
3 month rule.
Now you got the must-haves.
The must-haves. Yeah, we also call them the mantras, and these are the things you have to have. They give you respect, which at the end of the day, the fighting fair thing is all about respect.
Right.
And the one that I love the most is just be nice.
Right.
No swearing and no name calling.
Yeah,
and I break this one sometimes, I admit it. No one never breaks it. But you know, you got to use your words, like your mom said.
Yeah.
Say what you feel versus
Right.
calling. And you really have to express yourself because you're so mad, just be like, I am so mad at you, I could hit you with a Gerber daisy. This is what I do, because sometimes I'm so mad, I have to say something.
And I can't take that personal, can I? It's just Gerber days.
How could you do that? Right. But you also have to take responsibility, though, right?
Absolutely. The truth is, the number one thing is be honest. If you are the person who made the mistake, didn't do the thing you're supposed to do, didn't get the dry cleaning, whatever it is, and they call you on it, be honest.
It's easy to get defensive.
It is absolutely transform a relationship, because most people don't go, I did that.
When he says that, my whole defense mechanism just go, I'm like, he just admitted, what do I do now? It just changes the whole dynamic.
3 important words, I screwed up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's so hard for most people to say, and really I think once you start saying it, it becomes a lot easier.
Oh yeah, it changes everything.
First time's hard.
Now, you've got some fight breakers.
Yes.
I love these.
So like you're in a fight, the energy's intense, you need something to kind of just, to just diversify it, or just to disperse it. So our favorite is called opera singing.
Right.
And so literally you're in a fight, you're yelling at each other, and you just break out into opera song. Like,
You're wrong.
no, you are.
No, it's you.
I didn't do anything. And you know, you just start your shoes You just laugh, right? Because it's hysterical. You can't
How about, are you in the mood tonight? No. So on we go.
Hey, if it works, I would do it.
That might start a fight. That's not the resolution.
I meant the mood for food. What's the mean pedal?
Noah had to out myself again. He had to invent this, because sometimes my defense pattern is to get a little bit bullyish, to get a little bit mean. I'm Scorpio, and I never knew I was affecting him. So now if I start to kind of be a little mean, he holds up an imaginary paddle like this. It has an imaginary M on it, and I stop, and I'm like, wow, I'm being mean, and it just takes me out of it.
Helps to make a cute face at the same time. And truth is, the only other option is for me to be mean back, and that's not going to get us anywhere. And so this is a way of saying, okay, this isn't working for me without me being mean.
I love the fact that you sort of remind each other you're on the same team, because I think when you are in a fight, it's me against you, and you forgot. I mean, the whole reason you got married is because you were going to team up.
Absolutely, and the thing is that sometimes you just have to remind the person that, you know what, I am on your side in the process. Just like, you know
just
what,
say that. Hey, I'm on your side.
It's
you
just
know?
so cute. Don't you want to just hug them? Don't you want to just hug them? But first, read all their tips on our website.
Exactly.
Go on, Christy. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, folks. Take care.